Next year is going to be the biggest year for Pokemon ever, and a reputable leaker has just come out with some crazy teases. Let's take a look.
Butterfree,
Yo, whoa, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. I brought you guys a brand new video today, and today we are diving into the rumor mill, the leaks, and everything in between for next year, 2021, and the 25th year anniversary of Pokemon. In this video, we're actually going to cover a ton of different things that kind of spawned on the internet last night and yesterday that are revolving around these potential remakes and what the pipeline is, what the next games are going to be, and what's going down for next year, which we're expected to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest year of Pokemon history. I'm super excited about it, and I think you guys should be too. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, hit that like button down below. Take a second, like the video, show some love, and make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. We just hit 700,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who shows some love. YouTube tells me about 50% of you guys are not subscribed, so let's change that right now. Make sure you guys sub up to the channel and show some love as we are on our way to 1 million subscribers. Pretty awesome stuff. Without further ado, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of this video and see what's going down with Pokekalos, Kelios FR, and everything in between, because there's some crazy stuff here. So this all started from a Twitter account called Kelios FR, which I guess runs a Twitter or a website called Pokekalos, and they are apparently a very reputable leaker in the past. They have leaked a ton of different things about Nintendo Directs, and they generally have insider information months before other people do. I do want to say that we take this video with a grain of salt. Obviously, this isn't 100% confirmed information, but this is certainly headed in the proper direction. So the first tweet we have, and this is of course in French, so I'm going to do the Google Translator, but it says, "You're going to have your remake next November. Stop complaining." And you're going to say, "Oh my God, Pokemon, this is the best license." Now, I don't know what the best license is, but I think it means to say that Pokemon, oh my God, this is an incredible game here, and that people are going to be super duper hyped about it. This person, Kelios, then goes on to say that I find that the Pokemon license is improved in the general sense. There's something for everyone. Next year, too, there's going to be a new Pokemon Snap, which we already knew about. Pokemon Unite, MRPG, Detective Pikachu 2, and of course, I think the MRPG is main role-playing game, plus Detective Pikachu 2, which is even bigger than what we initially anticipated for Pokemon next year. We knew that Pokemon Snap was coming, right? We got the teaser for that. I expect it to come out sometime in spring. We know Unite is in the beta right now. Really excited about Unite. Super excited about Pokemon Snap, by the way. We know Unite is in a beta right now, so they're going to be rolling that out at some point. I thought it was going to be this year, but I could see early next year. We know the 25th anniversary is technically on Pokemon Day, February 27th, I believe, which is just a few months away. And there's a lot of reason to believe that we're going to get Diamond and Pearl remakes or another main series game come November next year. The logic is, right, they came out with Sword and Shield 2 years ago, or a year ago, right? We had our DLCs that we took place instead of a new game this year. We got 2 DLCs. And they generally come out with a new main series game every single year. So it is inevitable in my mind that there will be a massive main series game for 2021 as we head towards the biggest year for Pokemon. Like I said, the 25th year anniversary, that's a big thing. That's a quarter of a century. So that is a super duper big deal. So I'm definitely on the train for Diamond and Pearl remakes. And I can really envision things like the Great Marsh or Mount Coronet being transformed into a wild area, free roam type location, much like a safari zone or the wild area that we see in Pokemon Sword and Shield, or the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, where the rest of the game kind of is a little bit more linear, kind of like the typical style. And that would lead us to the next generation, maybe 2 years from now or 3 years from now, that would incorporate an entire open world experience. But they've taken baby steps to the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, and I think we can all agree that the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra were beautiful games all said and done in terms of the free roam camera and that style of gameplay. And I think that they're going to integrate that into the Diamond and Pearl style games. But we've got some other stuff here as well. Central Pokemon Leaks covers on this, and they said that the Nintendo insider Kelios FR, who has correctly leaked Nintendo Direct's info this year, mentioned that there's going to be a new main game, specifically a remake, is coming next November. So again, I think at this point we can kind of almost, again, this is a rumor slash leak. We can almost assume that there's most likely not going to be a brand new generation, but rather a remake main series game. And then furthermore saying, according to them, we have 4 Pokemon games next year. New Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Unite, Detective Pikachu 2, and then the main series remake RPG game. Massive stuff. And then Centra goes on to say this also lines up with the information that we have from our own separate sources. A new main series Pokemon game is scheduled for next year. Obviously big news, obviously massive information. They go on to talk to a couple other people. They talk about the Let's Go style games. They actually say that we may never get a new Let's Go branded game ever again, but they may have simplified gameplay graphics and mechanics. They took out held items. They changed a lot of things in Let's Go. I could see them doing something like that again. And then they said, hey, listen, this isn't about any specific game. We don't really know what's going on for next year's game yet, just that there is going to be a game next year. Someone also talked about this game having all the Pokemon in it, and they very confidently said, listen, they're not gonna have every Pokemon, and no Pokemon game is really gonna have every Pokemon ever again. And I think that that's probably true. I think while this is most likely speculation at this point, the reality is it is incredibly unlikely that a Pokemon game moving forward has every single Pokemon. I think there are gonna be Pokemon that get left out from now on in the Pokedex. I think that's just inevitably how it's gonna be. So just kind of prepare your expectations ahead of time. I think that that's probably most likely very much so true, that we are not gonna get every single Pokemon in every game moving forward. It simply just doesn't make sense. I don't think it's the end of the world. I do hope though, when the inevitable Diamond Pearl remakes come out, which is what I really believe is gonna happen, I do hope that they expand the decks to some extent and not just put it in post-game, because if you are just limited to the first 4 generations, I feel like that does a disservice to a lot of other Pokemon, which should have some love, even if it's not every single Pokemon from 5, 6, and 7, and Gen 8, even if it's not all those Pokemon, maybe it's at least a good portion of them. I think that that would be good. You know, even if it's a third or half of them being integrated, you leave out things like the Ultra Beast, I could see that being really cool. Furthermore, there's actually this post here from Eclipse_TT. Posts a picture, we are coming. I ended up getting this actually from RuffledRowlit. I saw his coverage on this, and he posted this picture as well. And there's just some kind of cryptic stuff going on here. 48 times 4 times 4 times 87, 4 times 3. I don't know if this is some sort of hint towards the date or anything going on, but there is a kind of a statue of Arceus in their picture, and I believe this person has kind of some insider information, or we believe them to have some insider information, and they've actually pinned this tweet, so that might be something to keep an eye on, and keep your eye on there. And then another person here, interesting, PokeSerena. PokeSerena has kind of been known in the community for a long time of addressing rumors and leaks in the Chinese Pokemon community. And PokeSerena goes on to say, and again, I got this from RuffledRowlit's video. There's a similar leak or rumor from China a few hours before Kelios FR's tweet about a Pokemon Direct. It also mentions Detective Pikachu 2, some spin-off games, Diamond Pearl remakes, but it also mentions a Pokemon collection instead of Pokemon Unite. Very interesting. So here we have multiple rumors and multiple sources reporting on similar information. Detective Pikachu 2, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Unite, right? Diamond and Pearl remakes. Big stuff there. Big stuff there. And even furthermore, PokeJungle covering this as well, feeling like there's some weight to this rumor and the potential of us getting this official launch next year. Crazy stuff altogether. I'm super excited and I'm getting on the hype train. So at this point, we don't have any concrete evidence, but the reality of it is next year, just a few months away, is the 25th year anniversary of Pokemon, and I'm anticipating it to be the biggest year in Pokemon history. The lineup is looking incredible with Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Unite, potentially a Master Collection remake. We've got Detective Pikachu 2 on the horizon, seemingly, and then a new main series game in November. It is going to be action-packed, and you guys are going to want to make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel so you do not miss it. We do Pokemon every single day here. Let me know your thoughts on everything. What game do you want to see? What are your visions for the Diamond and Pearl remakes that I so confidently think are coming? Maybe I'm wrong, but I really believe it. Let me know in the comments section below. Be sure to like the video if you haven't done so yet. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I really appreciate the support. I do post Pokemon videos every single day. And I want to thank you guys again for 700,000 subscribers. Pretty awesome stuff. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. If you guys enjoyed this video, you should check out this one right here. Otherwise, check out this video. If you don't check out any of them, Pokemon's just gonna stop making games altogether.